dishes it to Roten. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Jackson comes in for Tony Roten. Bazemore, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Kicks it to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Jackson misses.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Green, the pass to Buckets. Here's Winslow. No good on the triple. The first quarter all wrapped up. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Some changes for Philadelphia. And Miami has possession. They trail by 1. Buckets, he's in at the point. Stoudemire out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Chalmers. And it's Winslow in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
76ers have really been struggling with their free throws, only made 5. More misses than makes so far.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
They are getting to the middle of the floor. Engage them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets got down to business. He finished with 30 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a
Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
What a pass by Marshall. That's outstanding teamwork.
The Heat with the lead. Buckets passes to Stoudemire. Down low. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. Number 1, the Heat.
You have to be impressed with their shot selection. I mean, the discipline on that end and the unselfishness really is what allows those great numbers to show up.
Here's buckets. And the Heat, another three.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Chalmers. And here's the fast break. Chalmers leading the way. No good from buckets. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Detroit Pistons.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Okafor sets the pick for Marshall. Feeds to Okafor. Now here's Roten. He's covered closely, and a missed layup. Chalmers passes to buckets. Fader on the way. The shot is off. And the 76ers go the other way with it. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Now here's Winslow. Defense is right there. And the pass to buckets. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
To the right side. Here's Marshall in the corner. Bazemore with it. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. Marshall's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. No luck. And a pretty tightly contested.
Thank you, Kevin.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need. A different look for Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Gerald Green comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's buckets in for Goran Dragic. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Nerlens Noel comes in for Carl Landry. And it's Jackson in for Roten. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Noel and Embiid patrol the paint together inside. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Lou in at the shooting guard. Embiid the screen. Jackson drives in. And Embiid throws it down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And it's Green slamming it down.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clarkie's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Covington inside the line. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got his 4th rebound in this one. No good from buckets. The 76ers trail by 11. Lou passes to Jackson. There's a screen by Noel. Jackson kicks to Noel. And that one comes up a bit short. Miami's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Buckets guarded by Jackson. Fade away. And it's Noel with the rebound. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, more than anything else, I think three-point shooting was the key, the catalyst, if you will, in that game.
Yeah, it's really a nice weapon to have because it makes things easier for you in other parts of your offense when you can knock down the three. That's really the area where they like all of their shots to come from.
Stoudemire right side. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And the Heat making a change here. Winslow's checked in. Then for the 76ers, Ken Bazemore comes in for Robert Covington. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Jackson.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
Now the 76ers on the break. All sorts of time. And it's Miami with the rebound.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Buckets. Hits it from three-point range. Buckets got 27 points.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Here's the screen. Marshall passes to Lou. The dish to Marshall. The feed to Noel. No good. Nice D from Dang. The Heat leading by 12. He kicks to Winslow. For 3. Again from deep. The three-pointer good from Buckets. Buckets got 30 points.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Buckets. Finishes the break with a slam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Here's Marshall. Banked in off the glass. Marshall's got 4 this quarter.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And the shot is good. Lou's got 9. 6 seconds left to play here in the third. From deep, Green. The shot is off. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens. New group. For the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Bosch. Green comes in for Winslow. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Buckets in for Goran Dragic. Philadelphia also making some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Landry. Nerlens Noel comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Lou in for Jackson. Buckets in at point guard. Stoudemire out there with Whiteside. Then there's Chalmers. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Buckets. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Pass to Jackson. From deep. No good. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never